Overwatch 2 is in Overwatch 1. But it's in the form of an experimental patch. What is up everyone, it's CMG here. So yeah, that statement is very, very much true. But hey, something in the meantime, you know, while some of us are waiting for the second Overwatch 2 beta to be rolled out. But it's something, right? So yeah, I'm a bit late with this video because I was watching Summer Game Fest yesterday. So my time was a little bit occupied. Otherwise, this video would have been done a lot sooner. But oh well, better late than never, I guess. Now then, some of these big changes that heroes have been offered. And this is just a small handful in this recent experimental patch that has gone out yesterday, June 9th. Now, I reckon this is going to help hugely in helping a lot of us transition into Overwatch 2. Because I'm sure that you people are aware, if you've played on the beta on PC, Overwatch 2 plays extremely different to the older game, and that the game is now, well, 5v5, and most of the games are based on individual plays, more so than a team game. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to briefly look at most of these changes. I think there's about maybe, I don't know, just a small amount of changes to a handful of heroes, and then we'll just see if they're any good or not. But yes, we're going to do that right now. But before we do that, I want to remind you all once again, if you like this idea for a video and you want to see more in the future, then go ahead and click on the subscribe button, send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. For those of you that have done it already, thank you. I highly appreciate you. Now, let's have a quick look at the new experimental patch notes. Now, there is a developer note that I put on the screen very briefly. It basically says this. This patch is comprised of adjustments that will help tune the live game, potentially shift the meta there, and also line up with the eventual transition to Overwatch 2. There you go. Some lean more to the experimental side, such as with Orisa and Sombra. Speaking of Orisa, by the way, I don't know how they'll be able to tune Orisa in the right way for Overwatch 2, because I'm sure that you're aware, Orisa has been given so many changes to the way she plays in Overwatch 2. So, for example, she can't throw spears in Overwatch 1, so the only thing they've been able to do is just do something with her barrier. I mean, you can't really take everything from Overwatch 2 and then just take it into Overwatch 1. I mean, that's going to take some work, right? I mean, like they say, the eventual transition to Overwatch 2. But anyway, we're interested to see how such changes impact their playstyle and strategies, such as double barrier. Many of the other changes are relatively small, but are aimed at improving the gameplay feel of heroes and their abilities rather than adjusting much power. Okay, so let's just take a look at the first. What I'll do is I'll just talk about the changes, or just read the changes out, and then if I want to put any input in, I will do so there and then. Okay, Orisa fusion driver weapon spread has been removed. I believe this is the exact same in Overwatch 2. The only difference is it's going to be strong as heck because there's no overload. You just have to keep firing it out until you have to reload. So yeah. Protective barrier, maximum duration reduced from 20 to 4 seconds. So yeah, it literally, all you do is put it down and it just disappears. Okay, so health increased from 600 to 1200. Cooldown increased from 10 to 12 seconds. Halt, pull radius increased from 5 to 7 meters. I think halt is one of the removed abilities in Overwatch 2, I believe, for Orisa. Anyway, okay, cool changes. D.Va. Now then, fusion cannons, weapon spread reduced by 15%. Okay, so she's gonna be a bit more impactful on close range, I believe. Okay, that's always nice. I do like a good D.Va buff. Yeah, well, I guess that means that's the reason, because I'm a D.Va main, right? Okay, Reinhardt Charge can now be cancelled by pressing the ability input again. Okay, so basically all you have to do in terms of charge is, while you're charging, you can actually cancel it, which is really, really helpful. Actually, speaking of Reinhardt, there's one question I want to ask. Why haven't they added a second fire strike? Because I believe Reinhardt in Overwatch 2 can actually apply 2 fire strikes. So if that's possible, and that could be implemented into Overwatch 1, why haven't they done that? That's something I want to ask. Anyway, I guess the charge is okay. The only, maybe you're able to control your charge as well. I think you can do that in Overwatch 2. But yeah, it's just the charge for now. Wrecking Ball. Roll. Knockback increased by 36%. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's move on to the damage class. Bastion Configuration recon. Weapon spread removed. So yeah, Bastion has had some huge changes in Overwatch 2. His ultimate has changed. Basically, his all-round kit has pretty much changed. So they can't implement his new ultimate where you throw out 3 artillery strikes. So that's what's happening in Overwatch 2, but you can't do it in Overwatch 1. But the least they can do is change his weapon spread. Fair enough. Cassidy, combat roll, now grants 50% damage reduction for its 0.4 second duration. I have no idea what that means in text form, but I guess, you know, when I get to play the experimental card later, I'll figure it out for myself. Sombra, machine pistol, damage increased from 8 to 9. Lovely. I like a good buff for Sombra as well. Sarcasm. Hack, cast time reduced from 0.65 to 0.5 seconds. Okay, so there's a kind of a balance thing going on here. So, okay, so maybe a machine pistol has been increased. The damage on her machine pistol has increased. However, they've actually reduced the hack duration time. So when you've been hacked, it only lasts for 3 seconds instead of 5 seconds. Okay, that makes sense. EMP, ultimate cost reduced by 15%. Alright, fair enough. Doomfist, seismic slam, distance increased from 15 to 20 meters. Then we have Farah, rocket launcher, reload now begins 0.3 seconds sooner when out of ammo. I don't know how these changes are converted into the game because I don't really play that much Farah, so I wouldn't know any kind of change or notice any difference really. Concussive blast now deals 30 damage on direct hit. Oh wow, okay, so concussive blast actually deals damage now? Alright, so before, all it usually did was just push people back by a significant amount of distance. But now it does damage, I believe. I don't remember it dealing damage before. Did it? I'm not sure, I don't remember. Deals 50% additional knockback to direct hit targets. Right, so if it literally lands on a carrot or an enemy, it pushes them back even further than usual. Okay, that makes sense. Junkrat, frag launcher. Projectile radius increased from 0.2 to 0.25 meters. Steel trap, projectile speed increased from 10 to 15. So I believe this is a buff for Junkrat. I mean, looking at these numbers or these figures, the way they actually write this out, it's very difficult to determine. But anyway, that looks like a buff to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Projectile speed increased. Yeah, I would say that's technically a buff to Junkrat. Then we have the last two for Torbjorn and Zenyatta. Rivet gun, primary fire. Recovery reduced from 0.6 to 0.55. Then we have Rivet gun secondary fire. Recovery reduced from 0.8 to 0.7. And then finally, Zenyatta, the only support to receive any changes in this patch. Orb of Discord, linger duration reduced from 3 to 2 seconds. And of course the snap kick, which is added, well, I think the snap kick, which was added to the Overwatch 2 beta. Basically what it is Zenyatta kicks people even, or hits. Basically his kick is his melee, but when he kicks enemies, they get knocked back even further. So what you could do is you could literally, if you're being dove upon by tracers or soldier or whatever, if there's any pit or anything or sort of any environmental area around you, you could literally kick them off the map. That'd be hilarious. That's cool. Actually, I've seen people do this in the training on Overwatch 2 on multiple videos, and I find it very, very fun. I think, didn't Stylosa do like a clip of him showing off the Zenyatta snap kick? That was quite cool. But anyway, I can't wait to use it in game for Overwatch 1. But yeah, I'm really glad that they're actually doing these changes because, like I said earlier in the video, and what this said in the very beginning of the patch, like this is going to help transition to Overwatch 2 a lot easier than, for example, if Blizzard just turn out and say, right, the game is now 5v5, there's one less character for every team, you know, go and have fun. You know, it's going to be, like, everyone's going to be very, very confused. So, I'm glad that these changes have come into the game, and, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, you know, how this rolls out, and, if I'm going to enjoy it or not. I mean, it's still 6v6 in the game, so, I mean, yeah, baby steps before Overwatch 2. Baby steps. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comment section down below. What do you think of all these changes? What is your most impactful in this patch? And do you think this is going to help us benefit from eventual introduction to Overwatch 2? So yes, if you like this idea for a video and you want to see more in the future, then go ahead and click on the subscribe button, send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. You can also check me out on all of my social medias, my Twitter account, my Discord, and also my TikTok. Thank you for stopping by, chaps. Have a great day, have a great life. Be nice, you fellow gamers, because we're all human beings. I've been CMG, as always, and until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace.